Multiple videos on YouTube claim that Japanese is easy, but for people struggling with the language, this kind of talk can actually be demotivating. And for others, it might just sound as clickbait, but what is the truth? Based on my experience learning Japanese for over 15 years and living in Japan for over 10 years, I want to tell you how I feel about these claims, as well as the reality of my Japanese now and also then when I started learning. Now, to answer the question, is Japanese easy or hard? Japanese is easy. For me. For me right now in 2024, Japanese is easy because I can completely function in the language. I can read novels like this with ease. I can talk in Japanese for hours. Even my dreams are in Japanese sometimes. Now, Japanese is easy in a way that I don't feel that much stress when dealing with it. However, it's not that Japanese is easy, it is that Japanese became easy. Being honest with you, as I said, I don't feel much stress when using Japanese. It doesn't mean that my Japanese is perfect. For example, yes, I can watch anime without subtitles, which is the dream of a lot of people learning Japanese, but I still prefer to use Japanese subtitles when watching because I don't want to miss out on anything. That might be lack of self-confidence, but at the same time it shows that I'm always striving for improvement in the language because I really like it. But it hasn't always been easy. You see, I see Japanese as a mountain, very steep in the beginning, and as you progress it gradually gets less and less steep, but it is still hard. So when people say like, oh, it's easy, just do immersion, I feel that they are missing the point. If you let me say it the Japanese way, indeed, 単純だけど簡単ではない. It's simple, but not easy. No matter how talented or smart you are, Japanese will require hours, thousands and thousands of hours of your time, and the decision to use those hours to learn Japanese in itself is not easy. And you need to keep consistent enough until that logic becomes second nature to you. I know that's true for every skill that requires many hours to be learned, but to make this specific for Japanese, no matter what people say, in order to be fluent, in order to fully function in Japanese, you will need to remember thousands of characters and remember how to read these thousands of characters in context. And sometimes these characters have multiple meanings even though they are the same character, and sometimes the readings of the characters are totally different from what you're expecting. They don't follow any pattern at all, and at the same time you have to understand the logic of Japanese, which is totally different from English. To me it was hard to wrap my head around how to make sentences with multiple verbs, how these verbs were connected even in a very simple sentence. And if you're struggling with Japanese, especially if you're struggling with speaking, you know what I mean, right? In a future video I will talk in detail about what I see people struggling with when talking in Japanese, even if I have a very good knowledge of the language already, and I will suggest ways to improve that. So when that video is ready, it will appear somewhere here. At any rate, Japanese might be a smooth ride for some people, but it requires a lot of effort for 100% of people. You know that they say that you should enjoy the journey, that enjoying the journey is more important than the goal. I think that's true, that's totally true, but also there's this quote from Haikyuu, the anime, it's my favorite anime by the way, that goes, 本当に楽しむには強さがいる. Basically, in order to truly enjoy something, you must be good at it. What I want to say is that enjoying the journey is paramount. Relish the joy of learning a new word and then seeing it being used in real life. Relish the joy of understanding a piece of conversation that you didn't feel was possible before. But remember, that's enjoying the learning process. It's when Japanese feels easy for you. When you can use it without stress, that's when you start enjoying the language itself. And the path to there is simple, but it's not easy. And if you're interested in my own journey with Japanese, you can check my very first video here where I talk a little bit about this. Okay? See you, mata ne.